Hey y'all, and welcome to my 2 cents Friday. I'm gonna go a little bit off script today. I want to talk about the Carmelo Anthony case. First of all, I am praying for that family, Austin Metcalf, and for Carmelo Anthony's family. But just to lose your child, you send your child to school to go to the track meet and then they don't come home. That's unimaginable to me. Um, but I want to talk about this and frame it as a teacher tip. Um, the thing is with Carmelo Anthony and um, with Austin, where was the teacher supervision? And I know sometimes when kids get in high school, we feel like we don't have to supervise them as much. I think that's when more supervision is actually needed. Um, Everybody is talking about Carmelo sitting under this school's tent. Originally, I thought the boys went to the same school and maybe Austin had been bullying him over and over. And then this was like he had enough, but that was not the case. These were two totally different schools. And so my question is, where was the teacher or the coach? So for Carmelo's school, for Carmelo, where was his coach or teacher? So if everybody had a tent, that means he was supposed to be in a tent that he was not where he was supposed to be. So where was the teacher that say, hey, Carmelo, our tent is over here. You need to get from under there and come on over here. That's what the teacher. Whenever I have after school or events that are away from school, I'm gonna have me, two or three other teachers, some parent volunteers to help. I need supervision. I am watching everything. I'm watching who's going where they going. Okay, it's your turn to race. Now you got to go do this. Can you walk with them to the bathroom and follow them? Even if you in high school, if you got to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and then after them 5 minutes, I'm coming to look for you. Where are you? Because you need to be back under this tent. And so I was just listening to some of the testimony and about how Austin shouldn't have even had to fight that battle because where was the teacher and the supervision? The teacher should have said, young man, hey, this is not your tent. It's okay for you to sit down for a little bit. Y'all leave him alone, but you need to go find where you're supposed to be. That's what I'm looking for the teacher. I'm looking for an administrator. Where are the teachers? Where are the administrators? Where are the volunteers, the parent volunteers? Where are the coaches? I know that you don't have just one coach. You have to have coaches, assistant coaches, something. Why were only the students handling this issue? Why did Austin feel the need to handle the issue? He had no support. Where was the support on Carmelo's side? Where was his teachers? Which tent was he supposed to be in? And why that person who knew he was supposed to be in that tent didn't come over and say, hey, you need to come on back over here to our tent where we are. This is our school. And so I'm realizing the boys didn't even go to the same school. So they had no knowledge of each other, which makes it, I think that's probably what made it um, hard for the jury to, say it was self-defense because the like you did, like I said, I could see if you all had known each other and this guy was bullying you and bullying you and bullying, you just got tired and this was your last straw because you brought a knife to the school. And that's first, number one, wrong. You cannot bring weapons. If you are scared or fearful of your life or fearful that somebody's going to attack you, you should have told your parents. You could have said, hey, mom, I'm not going to go to the track meet today because this person keeps bullying me and this person keeps doing this and doing that. And I feel like I have to protect myself. And that goes back to what I said before about the teacher having authority in the classroom, building relationships with authority. Because when kids feel like there is no authority in the classroom or authority in wherever they are, then they feel like they have to do things to protect themselves. And I feel like this could have been that case, but since they don't go to the same school, I don't see how this even happened because there's a place you should have been and there's a place you should have been, and none of them should have ever interacted. Now, I could see if Carmelo came under the tent with Austin and Austin was like, get out of here. And the teacher came to say, leave him alone. Young man, let me help you get to where you need to be. Okay, this is the way it happens. And then Austin say, well, I'm gonna get you. And then came and found him after and tried to, then I can understand the self-defense. But in this case, either way, I don't know if hitting somebody is worth a death sentence. Uh, that's the scary thing. Like, I don't think, I don't think that saying something negative to somebody or pushing somebody is worth a death sentence. It's just scary to think about it. Now, I used to jokingly say, if somebody spit on me, they gon' be gone because I don't play by spit. Yeah, jokingly, but I don't even think that's worth a death sentence. It's real horrible to me. That kind of would be the worst thing somebody could do, I would think, to me. But so if you use that logic, everybody who gets into a fight at school means somebody has to be gone after that. So it can't, somebody hits me, I gotta, you know, somebody have to be gone. And that's not a way to live. I don't think that's not even a way to think. And so in my teaching tips, teachers, pay attention to your babies. Even in high school teachers, pay attention to your babies. This should have never, ever happened. And to me, just listening to the witness statements, it seemed like there was enough time that if there was proper supervision, somebody could have reached this situation in time to stop it if there was enough supervision. I've never seen a football team, basketball team, and track team. I've never seen them with only one or two coaches. I've always seen, even our basketball team in high school had like three coaches, some parent volunteers, some other teacher volunteers. It wasn't just one coach. And I heard the coach, I think that somebody did an interview with the coach and he said he was, or he testified, he was busy doing something, carrying something to the concession stand, and he couldn't get to where he was supposed to be. But where are the other teachers for supervision? Normally, at every high school event, there is supposed to be an administrator there. Where is the administrator? That's what's worrying me. And for Carmelo's side, where was his coach and his administrator? I was watching this on YouTube. I want to just watch this clip of one of the students testifying in court about what happened. And it just goes to show you, like I was saying, about having supervision. Like that's one of the main things that we should have. Where is our supervision? Let's just watch this quick clip. If I can get to it without going crazy. Here we go. This really does explain it, like what happened in the time.
Defense, do you remember telling the detective you moved before I made your arrest?
Can I just say, even if you weren't paying attention, by the time you heard this commotion, if there was supervision there, the teacher could have stepped in. Hey, stop, Austin, you go over there. Young man, I don't know you. You don't go to our school. However, I need you to da 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 da. And if that doesn't happen, I'm gonna have to call an administrator or call security, blah, blah, blah. That was enough. They say he had to take 5 rows to get to Carmelo. So that means he was down here. And so before he got up there, somebody should have been watching. Some teacher, some parent volunteer, somebody. It's just, it's worrying me that in high school, I guess you don't have to supervise your kids. I guess that's worrying me. Now, I do want to say, like I said, putting your hands on somebody is not worth a death sentence. You know, hitting back or fighting back, or, if you walk away. But in this case, just in this interaction, the time it took for him to tell it, that probably was the time there. The 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. If you had supervision, somebody would have stopped this. Hey, you know, it's just teachers. We need supervision. I don't know. I'm not gonna say Carmelo was in the wrong. I do believe he was wrong because you don't bring a knife to school. You don't bring a weapon to school, no matter what. Tell your parents, tell an administrator. That's one of the things I talk about on my kids' channel. Stop, think, and breathe. Don't fear the bully. But in order not to fear the bully, you got to do step one. You can ignore the bully, or you can go tell a teacher, or you can get some other people to gather around to help you confront the bully. And when I say confront, I don't mean fight. I mean saying, stop, leave me alone. I got these people back here that's helping me, you know. So in this, I see the wrong from Carmelo Anthony, but I see the wrong also from Austin. And I always tell people sometimes you just got to leave people alone. Let the administrator handle it. I tell students this: go get an administrator quickly. Go get another, stop. Students, you don't have to fight battles on your own. Sometimes it's not worth it. And in this case, it wasn't worth it. Go get an administrator, get a teacher, find a trusted adult. There should have been somebody there that could have put a stop to this. I really would like to know what Carmelo's track coach is saying about this. Where was he, and which tent was he supposed to be in? Because I'm noticing from the pictures is each school has a tent that they're sitting under. So which school was Carmelo supposed to be in? Or, now this is the ugly thing, did he come with the express intent on agitating someone? That's the scary. It's scary to even think like that. Either way, if there were enough supervision, it would have stopped the whole thing. So I would suggest, as a teacher, if you are sponsoring a group like that, track, football, if you don't have enough adult supervision, like I would say at least one person per 15 people, for every 15 people you have, you should at least have one or two people. And if you coach, know that you are going to be ripping and running, you should have got another teacher. Hey, I need somebody to come with me to the track meet this weekend just to supervise the kids because I have a lot of running around to do. Then there would have been some teachers in the tent that could have said, oh, no, stop it right now. We are not doing this. That's all. Whew, this is a very heavy topic. And right now it's dividing our country. A lot of, people are divided about it, but I'm not going to tell you how to believe one way or the other. I feel like in a school event, as a teacher, you have to have proper supervision at all times. There is never a time where you can say, oh, my students are okay. Even with self-corrected students, you have to have supervision at all times. That's it. All right, y'all. Where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. And y'all, let's show love and grace to each other. Some of those people that wish that the jury would have shown grace to Carmelo Anthony. Please show that same grace to the Metcalf family. They lost their son. So I saw one YouTube where somebody was saying something negative about Austin, but you know, now is not the time. Let's show each other some grace and some love and care and compassion. Y'all enjoy your day. Or as my FRC Mr. Hunter says, have the day you deserve. Let me, if I can see this recording.